Hi, my name is Tina Zanders, and I'm a mental health therapist with Catholic Charities out of the Sioux City Diocese. I'm located actually in our Carroll satellite office in Carroll, Iowa. I wanted to share with you today some information on how to tell what is typical teenage behavior versus more concerning teenage behaviors that might require professional assistance. So let's start with what you might see with typical teenagers. Number one, you may see a change in appearance. Styles come and go, and keeping up with trends is so important to most teens. Not only can this changing trends include how they dress, but it may also include things such as dyeing their hair or a body piercing or two. This includes for both boys and girls, as all of the above identified characteristics are seen as to many teens as stylish. Number two, your teens will want to try new things, from new strange music to new friends, different activities, and different interests. They may be also choosing this time to experiment with alcohol, drugs, and sometimes sex. It is becoming more common and typical for teens to have uncertainty about their sexual identity and sexual preference without necessarily being troubled by this. Number three, some withdrawal from family life. During the teenage years, they become more focused on their friends and become their own person. Your teen will likely not want to talk to you as much. They may pull away from you or not even want to be seen in public with you. I've gone through that one. They will likely develop opinions different from yours, and their friends will play a more important role in their decision making. Number four, in terms of typical teenage behavior, you will experience increased arguments. They will become frustrated by the limitations placed on them, from anything such as bedtimes and curfews to limited gaming time to limits on their phones and social media. Your teen will absolutely quarrel with you more. There will be more arguments and defiance. However, with typical teen behaviors, these arguments are not constant, nor do they become violent in nature or result in long-standing soreness or resentment. They will at times accuse you of not loving them. They will state that you're unfair and that all their friends get to and or that they hate you. They will also test the limits, such as showing up a half hour late past their curfew. Number five, hormonal changes in their body will create emotional ups and downs, intervals of moodiness. Teens will feel things intensely. One week, they will absolutely not have any friends, only to go out with the same people that they stated weren't their friends that following weekend, with everything being fine for weeks, only to eventually go through the same cycle again. They worry about what other peers think of them. Teen years are filled with uncertainty, stress, and magnified emotional responses. One minute, your sweet child is begging you to do something for them, and then seemingly overnight, they treat you like dirt, slamming doors, discounting everything you say, smirking and or rolling their eyes over your mere suggestions or thoughts. So if those are some typical teenage behaviors that we can expect, here are some more teenage behaviors that actually serve as warning signs of more serious problems that might require professional help. Number one, stealing. Two, being physically abusive to others or destructive at home and or at school. Being verbally abusive, intimidating or threatening others. Anxiety or sadness, depression that never seems to end. 5, obsessing about weight and or dramatic changes in their eating behaviors. Never going out with friends or having no friends. Hanging out with a dangerous crowd. Number 8, coming home drunk or high. Number 9, staying out all night. Number 10, getting arrested. Number 11, consistently, and I repeat, consistently getting into trouble at school, such as detention and or suspension. 12, a lack of interest or participation in things that they used to really enjoy. Constantly engaging in risk-taking behaviors. Number 14, engaging in self-mutilating behaviors, such as hitting themselves or cutting on themselves. 15, talking about or threatening suicide. A constant need to argue over everything and anything. And again, I underline the word constant. Number 17, turmoil over their sexual identity or sexual preference. 18, blatant and constant disregard for the rules at home and or school. And again, the word constant. And lastly, passing the blame for everything, never taking any ownership or responsibility for their own behaviors. Again, I'm Tina Zanders, and I am a mental health therapist with Catholic Charities. If you find yourself in need of any services for yourself or your child, please know that you can reach out to us by calling our Sioux City office at 712-252-4547, or feel free to visit our website. That's cathchar.com. I hope you find this information helpful, and everyone have a fantastic Mental Health Monday.